And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 18 and 8,253 ten-thousandths. And sorry, the audio got messed up on that, but the first step was multiply the numbers. So you multiply them out because there's parentheses, and you get the two partial products that you add, and double check your work. Count the decimal places in the end to put the decimal places at the end, because you just multiply them out as if they did not have decimals, and then you put it in the end. Number 18 is a decimal divided by a decimal. So we're going to write that in the standard box form and divide it out. Remember, the top number always goes inside the box, and the bottom number is what you're dividing by. What we're dividing by here is 9/100ths, and the rule for dividing by a decimal is you put the decimal over, and then in the dividend you put the decimal over the same number of places. Like here we're putting the decimal over, and we're really dividing by 9. And then so over here twice by 9, and the rule is over, over, up. So since it goes over this way, so we're dividing by 9, not 0.09, it's going to go over here and then up into the answer. So then we divide normally like it was a 9. And 9 goes into 82, 9 times, because 9 times 9 is 81. And I bring down the 4, and then 9 goes into 14 one time. I subtract, and I get 5, and I bring down the 5. 9 goes into 55 6 times, and I have 1 left over, and bring down the 8. And 9 goes into 18 3 times. 2 times. And 9 times 2 is 18. There is no remainder. So our answer is 916 and 2/10. Number 19, use 2 unit multipliers to convert 300 square inches to square feet. So when we're doing the 300 square inches, what we have is 300 square inches. And we could do inches squared, or we could do inches times inches. Because that would be inches squared, correct? So we need to have 2 unit multipliers to convert this into square feet. And our unit multiplier for inches to feet is how many inches in a foot? 12. And we need 2 of those. You see, we have 2 inches, so we're going to use 2 unit multipliers. That's over 1. So our inches cancel out, and we're left with 300 feet squared divided by 12 times 12, which is 144. And so you're taking 300 and dividing it by 144. We're going to leave that step out. You can leave this as your answer, just to show that you're showing the 2 unit multipliers. Number 20, the last problem, is to find the area of this figure. The dimensions are in meters, and the corners that look square are square. So this looks like a square right here. We're going to find the square. One side of it is 16, so all sides of it are 16. So the area of my square will be 16 times 16, and that will equal 256. And this is going to be meters squared, but I'll deal with the label at the end. The next shape I see is this rectangle here, and we have one side of the rectangle is 10 and another side 16. So my rectangle is going to be 10 times 16. So this area is going to be 10 times 16, which is 160 meters squared. And now I'm left with the triangles. First, remember that the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So I'm going to look at my triangles. Let me take the first one here. This bigger one, maybe I'll do. This bigger triangle here. And I have the base as, well, part of it is 42. And, well, I know the height is 16. So let me put that in. Then to find out what this base is, I know the height, but I don't know the base. Well, over here, at the top here, we have 16, we have 10. So I know that this part here is equal to the 16 and 10, or is equal to 26. So if this part here is 26, then the last part here will be 42 minus 26. Yeah, that happens to be 16. So what we're doing is doing 16 times 16 and taking half of that. That's going to equal to 128. And now I have my other triangle up there, this one here, that's kind of lying down. Well, I know this part here, the base is 16, but I don't know the height. So I notice this whole part here is 24. But part of this, just part way, is 16, as we found out with the square. So if I take 24 and break it between 16, the other part is going to have to be 8, because 8 and 16 is 24 to make the whole length there. So what I'm doing is doing 1/2 times 16 times 8, and that comes out to 64. So I found the area of each of those partial shapes. Then when we add them up, it comes up to 608, and it's meters squared for the label. And that's what you do.